everyone, it's me, Natalie.
And me, Izzy.
Today we have a really exciting episode for you. It's our second episode with Dyscover, and we have the privilege of being joined by three members, Julian, Tim and Filomena. Caroline McDonald, a speech and language therapy assistant from Dyscover, will also be joining us to support the conversation.
They will be sharing with us about their aphasia and the impact it has on their daily lives and relationships.
Okay, let's hear from Julian, Tim and Filomena. Hi everyone, welcome to the Giving Voice podcast. It's so lovely to have you all here today. We thought an important first question would be to introduce yourselves. So Tim, let's start with you. Can you tell us, when did you have your stroke and what is your aphasia like?
Okay, so I'm Tim. I am 55, I think I am, yes. And I had my stroke in August 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what happened. I just know that there were 19 days that I've completely, I don't know what happened at all.
Oh, wow.
But I do remember I wasn't able to speak. And I think this was where, the aphasia, that's where it started for me. And it's been a problem, obviously, but bit by bit, I am doing better bit by bit. Is what I'm trying to say.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's the main thing is the speech, and obviously the problem that I know exactly what I want to say, I just can't say it sometimes. And I do remember the first few times I really couldn't say anything. But now I do feel that I am more or less able to speak, but sometimes it takes 5 minutes to remember what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But generally I will be able to do it. It just takes time, and it's just getting the more to be more quick about it.
That must have been very shocking to begin with, when you couldn't speak at all and having those days you couldn't remember.
Yeah, it was, and also the thing that I had a problem was with my Chinese.
Oh, really?
I couldn't remember. I mean, I still can't remember the Chinese. Some of it's coming back, but actually, I will be going to Hong Kong soon, and one of the things to do will be just to sort of try to get back into the Chinese.
Yeah, immerse yourself, because you'll be surrounded by it,
apart
right?
from eating it and all that lot.
Oh, wow. And do you speak any Chinese with your family here, or?
I'm trying to do, but it's been difficult, because I know I know exactly what I'm trying to say in Chinese. I just can't remember it.
That must be so frustrating.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, wow. It's something that you don't often think about, and you speak more than one language, how an aphasia could impact that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Julian, we'd love to hear from you. So when did you have your stroke, and what is your aphasia like?
Sorry. I was 2016. I had a stroke. And I hadn't, basically, I couldn't as Tim says, I could not speak anything at all, and I couldn't read at all, couldn't write, and speaking, and I suppose not really understanding either. So for a lot, I couldn't do anything. But it started to get better, and I could start talking a bit. But I couldn't do things like time. I had no understand. I still have no really understand of time, much really. But I couldn't use very much on numbers because I used to spend all my time on computers, and now I can't do it very much. But numbers are problems. Time is very bad, and I can't talk about people. So when I talk to anybody, I don't know their names. So I sometimes have a bit of card here which has the names from my family, because even my children, my daughter and my grandchildren and grandparents, I still don't get them right. Most of them not right. So that's still a problem. So it's been bad. Now, I had a second stroke when I was 2003, and I had a stroke again. And again, it was when I was asleep. So I can't be treated very quickly because I couldn't have any treatment at the time. It was 2023. And I think there really isn't that much difference, but I think I don't have much, what's the word? I can never what the word expresses, but I used to be quite good. I could talk to people. I could go and speak to people, a policeman, and ask a question about this. Now I don't have that. I don't have that ability to do it, or not. I haven't got the scrum. I haven't got the, what's the word? Caroline, can you help me the word?
Is it to do with the words coming to you, or is it to do with the confidence in initiating conversation?
I lost of my whatever you just said.
Yeah, your confidence.
Yeah, confidence.
That's been a big problem. And so, although I'm still doing things that I can do, I don't have that competition of what's the word? Confidence. You see, I can write it. That's right. Confidence. That is the problem. I don't have confidence, and it makes a huge difference. And so I think I'm not as good as I was because I know I don't have that confidence. So I still have these problems. I can't speak of people, names. I can't know names. I can drive. But if I go driving, I don't know the names at all where I'm going. I know because I can drive and I can see, I know where I'm going, but I don't know the names. And the same is if I want to go to a shop, I don't know what, I can go to the shop, but I don't know the name, so it's quite difficult to do that. So those sort of things. I think Tim mentioned the fact, or maybe he didn't, but I do. I get tired. I get tired quite quickly. So I tend to go relatively easily at night time and sleep very well. I sleep very well. But otherwise, what else do I do? Walking is that was only the second stroke. Before I could walk perfectly. The second stroke, it's damaged my leg, and I don't walk as much. I do 2 or 3 miles every day, but that used to be a lot more, and now I can't do it that much.
Yeah. It must be your identity then. It's really affected your identity when you say how you used to work with computers and now numbers are challenging for you. And then it sounds like walking used to be a big part of your free time as well.
Exactly. The things that I like to do, walking and computer, which is I loved. I worked on it all my life and I love doing it as fun. But now, of course, I can't read it because I can't read. I never have been able to read since I could read after a stroke. So I have to use headphones. So I can read stories now, but it doesn't help. It's not quite the same. And I don't fully understand the stories that I'm reading, partly because I don't know the names. Again, I'm listening a story to somebody, but I don't really understand who the different people are because it's names is the problem.
Right.
Names,
yes.
where I'm going, the place where I'm going to, and the date. And all those things are quite difficult. And
so interesting.
Hard.
Yeah, lots of practical implications that you don't think about. Language is involved in so much of your daily life, isn't it? And
that's right.
And Filomena, last but not least, please
Yes.
tell us about your stroke and what your aphasia is like.
My name is Filomena. When I have my stroke 7th of December 2016, and I was there for a month to the hospital. I couldn't speak anything, and before I spoke 5 languages:
Oh, wow.
Portuguese, Spanish, French, German, and English. And after I left the hospital, they sent me to for 2 weeks. They sent me to a recovery for what is it?
Dementia.
Yes.
Oh,
And,
so they misdiagnosed you?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
My daughters fought for me, and they sent me to Tantadan in Kent for 5 months, and there I recover. I start to do. Is a physiotherapist started to do exercise, and speech therapists, and I can do only the exercises, matching, and these exercises that you do, and I have trouble in swallowing, and I couldn't do any food, just baby food. What is it?
Like puree.
Yes, puree. For 5 months, and then I start to do one toast and just a little bit, and for a year I couldn't say, but I could read.
And could you read? Could you read in all languages or mainly in English?
Yes. I could read Portuguese. I could read English, and I understand French, and I understand Portuguese, and German.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't write German nowadays.
Mm.
I read and I understand, but some words at the beginning I say some words in German, and French.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tim, I talked to my mother. She is in Portugal, and with difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I can't say the words. It took me about a year to actually get confidence, because I like Julian, and I can't say them the much is very difficult for me, and now I can do maths in my head, small, small one, but I can deduct, and
Mm-hmm.
I
You
can
work it out.
work it out, but it's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for me.
So your brain is working very hard all the
Mm.
time. Yeah.
Yes.
And that must have been very hard as well, being misdiagnosed to begin with as well, with
Yeah,
dementia.
but yes, but because I have a stroke, they know I have a stroke, but I couldn't say anything, and they just sent me there. But I before I was a teacher of English as a second language and computers, and I was 35 years in a college in London,
Wow.
and before I was in Mozambique, I was working as an economist, and
Oh, wow.
I taught the university the students of forestry, and third year students,
Wow.
and it's 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 very difficult for me.
Yeah.
Because I achieved so much
Yeah.
in my career, and I work in the British Council. I was a teacher at the British Council in Qatar for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
You're so well travelled.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, wow. That must be really impactful then, I can imagine. Especially since languages was really your career as well. And for it to, your aphasia is affecting your language. So it really is going to have a big impact. Thank you so much for sharing, though.
Yeah, thank you to all of you for sharing a bit about your stroke and your aphasia. Your stories all sound so challenging. And Tim, we're going to come to you first again for the second question. So could you tell us, what is the impact of your aphasia, thinking about tiredness, your work and your social life?
Okay. I was very tired, I think. But now I would say I've got over that now more. I mean, for instance, I know that in the next few days, the the Super Bowl, which is obviously not, I thought, of about 11 or something like that. I will watch that.
Yeah.
Whereas there was no way I could have done this, 1 year the other way.
Right.
Before. But yeah, the tiredness. Yeah, that was, oof, it was terrible then. And the impact was quite simple, really. I didn't do anything, it was, I was just sleeping and whatever. But I wasn't able to speak to people either. And it took, with speech therapists, they managed to, get me to able to start to speak for other people, or for myself, but to be able to be more oh god, what should I say, it's just taking time to get the confidence to able to speak, and most people are very good just to give me time to think about what I'm trying to say, and most people are fine with that, which is good. But there are some people who are so, they're so quick, and sometimes I can't respond so quickly, and they've gone, and on to something else. But that's okay. That's fine. Yeah. About the impact for the aphasia, for my problems, mainly God, I've got stuck now. My numbers. Numbers are my biggest problem, because I will not be able to say 1, 2, 3, but it will do 9, 7, 4, 0, different numbers. And so the thing I'm worried about is if I've got, if I'm supposed to get something and it's £5, I might not put it on. I won't actually have pounds in my head. I'll be thinking about, something else like 54, so I it's be a problem if you're supposed to have £5 to get something, but then you pay something that's £50 instead. Which I've done so many times now. It's quite weird. So I've asked my wife really to do all the, about the pay
finances.
Yes, and all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so crazy to just hear the functional impact of your aphasia with numbers and with paying for things.
Yeah.
It must be so hard. Thank you for sharing. And Julian, what is the impact of your aphasia, thinking about tiredness, your work and your social life?
I have to laugh about smiling at Tim because he has almost exactly the same problems that I have. It's very strange. I use numbers and I try and do money and stuff.
Yeah.
And I still can't. I numbers get back to front. I often have numbers back to front.
Right.
That's annoying, obviously. And if you're doing money, you have to be a problem. So that's the thing. I have to say one thing that my brain thinks of. I have a little tiny computer now. I used to have a big one, and now I've got a little tiny one, and I can do things, but I can't do lots of different things. So, for example, when I go walking, I can't really talk to someone when we're walking because my brain can only do both.
Yes.
And if I'm reading a book, I can't have music.
Right.
It's having this little computer can only do small things and do one at a time, and that's what I have to. So my social problem, the social things, is a problem really because I can talk to people, but I can't really start talking things. I need to. If someone's talking about, I will talk about, but if I have to start it up, it's very difficult to start up about because I don't have any indication of what I'm trying to do. So if my daughter's talking and she's talking about the children going to school, for example, I can understand what they're talking about and I can reply to her. But if I don't start somebody starting, I have nothing to say, and I do nothing, and you can see with the people here at the moment, everybody's being careful of speaking at the same person. And that's why it's very difficult. People, my daughter and my son, when they're talking, even though they're helpful. And they know they've got to be careful of me because I can't, my brain can't get quickly far enough. Even so, it's too difficult. I can only do it really very slow. And that's why the group when we talk together, everybody talks and they don't say anything. They wait for one person doing the talk and then they talk and then somebody else talks about somebody and everybody else stops talks. And then it's so much easier. It's even what I'm trying to say is that even people are being helpful about the fact, knowing that I can't speak very well. It's even people know about that, they still find it too difficult for me to do it.
Yes,
so it's a conversation.
That sounds really, really hard, and it sounds just like a lot of adjustments that you had to make, only not being able to multitask and having conversations with others. And that's what's so hard, is when you're also relying on your conversation partner to adjust and adapt, that you're relying on them, not just yourself.
That's right. So it's good. It's good people, as long as I can talk. And obviously, when there's one person talking to me, just one person through, that's much better still.
Yeah.
So that is the greatest improvement. It's just if one person talking in front of me, and then they start things, and then my conversation about things, and then it's okay. But it's been hard, but there you are. It's okay.
Yeah. And thank you for sharing.
The business about social thing is that I really would be happier talk to myself, I suspect. That's not very good for me because I should be talking, but it's very easy to me to sitting doing a jigsaw, like a big jigsaw, because that's easy. But it's not good for me. I need to talk, and even though it's difficult, I must do it.
Yes, it's a challenge, but it's something you must do. Yeah, thank you. And Filomena, will come to you. What is the impact of your aphasia, thinking about tiredness, your work and your social life?
after the stroke, I was not able to keep working, and it took me a year to utter anything conversation wise, and at the beginning I was very tired, but not now, and I do my friends come to see me, and I have a very good network of firm friends that I know a long time ago, and what that did it to me, because I miss I'm my time is to learn to do puzzle work, puzzles, no, word puzzles. I can now spell very well, but I not at all 3 years ago, not at all 2 years ago, and it improved, and I background noise is very disturbing. People talking at the same time, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And people talking on the phone is a struggle for me, but now I'm better. I talk on the phone, and I go to the theater, I go to exhibitions, I talk to people, I initiate the conversations. There is when I'm going to the train, I often I start to talk with the people. And sometimes yeah, and yes, they it's very pleasant for me. I love people, but the work, yeah, I miss my life before, and my family is very supportive of me, and I'm supportive of them as well, but it's a two-way thing, and I feel quite proud of what I achieve to read to listen, and to understand the news, the news is very important. Yes.
It sounds so hard, all the challenges that you've faced since having your stroke, but it also sounds like you've made some huge progress, and it's also so lovely to hear that you're going to the theatre and that when you're out that you're having conversations with people, and that seems like something that you really value, to be able to have those interactions. So it's so great to hear that you're able to be having more of those conversations with people now.
Yes.
Thank you, all of you, for sharing about the impact of your aphasia. It's really hard to hear just how huge the impacts have been in all of your lives.
And we've touched upon the kind of social life aspect of aphasia, maybe delving more into the emotional impact. So looking at your relationships with your friends and your family. Tim, perhaps we could start with you about the emotional impact of your aphasia on your relationships.
My wife. That was a big problem. Initial problem was I wasn't able to, because I couldn't talk to her properly, and I think she got frustrated for a lot of for anything really, but it's definitely much better now, as she has helped me to remember what I'm talking about and things. So it's definitely it's been different. It was different. It was difficult, but now is better. And obviously the friends have been helping for a long time, so that's very good to have for the friends to see me sometimes, and just to have time, so that the speech is better. I can tell you, before, probably even just 6 months before, I probably wouldn't be able to talk, with you. And it is definitely getting better. And I feel quite good about it, whereas before I was really quite not able to talk people, and I got quite frustrated. Actually, sometimes I was very I was very trying to say, sometimes I felt I was very angry. Not for other people, not to be, I'm not just saying that it's for me. I was getting frustrated and was getting oh god, let me say it again. I was strong. I'm not strong. I was angry, but it's much better now, and I can sort of laugh on things now. So that's definitely much better.
Yes, yeah, it sounds like it's been a kind of uphill battle, but it's been good that you've had supportive friends and you've made some progress.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
As Izzy was saying, it's so important that it's not just you that's getting the support, it's everyone around you, and they're learning about how to adapt to make it better. Like you said, your wife was feeling frustrated to begin with, but I imagine she also was given strategies to help. And
yeah, definitely.
No, perfect. And Julian, how do you feel the aphasia has impacted you emotionally? So your relationships with your friends and family.
Well, I think the most important part, obviously, is my wife, and she used to be a teacher, and I was the person that did all the work on numbers and computers and writing things and all that, looking after anything that's sorted out. And so what's happened is that now Janet has had to do a lot of work that she never had to do before, but now she does quite well, and she may not be the best person in the world for a computer, but she's pretty good. And it's been, that's good. And it's still frustrated for me. I did get depressed a bit sometimes about the fact that I can't do these things because, we couldn't this morning when we couldn't get hold of your system. Janet was trying to do it and she imaginally sorted it out, but I couldn't do it, and I can't do it at all. So it's very suppressing for me. I don't get upset, but I probably do get a bit depressed. But I can go and do things like go and sit and quite happily sit on a jigsaw for a whole half a day just because I enjoy doing it. And that's the sort of work that I've always wanted to do. When I wanted to write software and stuff, is fun for me. And I still try to do it, but I can't really. But I do things like jigsaws, and I also do cooking. Jack has persuaded me. Well, I always used to feed. I always used to do a lot of work on food, but now I do all the house cooking, because that's the word, cooking. Cooking is good for me because I've had to learn things. I used to do all these things and now I forget how to do them. So I can remember when I first I couldn't do coffee, because I used to put the water in, but I used to put the coffee in. I never used the coffee in. I used to come out white water. It's same problem when I'm trying to cook things. I have to forget how to do it, and so that's quite difficult. But it's Janet has persuaded me that I do all these things, and it is much better for me that I'm doing. Because it's good for me, and I'm quite happy doing it. So it's a good relationship. The relationship with the children has been good, but because it's difficult for me to talk with them differently, I enjoy seeing them a lot, but it's a conversation like asking the children, because they want to do football, and I can't really talk about football because I can't really thought something that they say that they would understand, and so it is quite difficult.
Yes,
but socially it's okay. The advantage is I have got a lot of friends, or at least my wife has got her friends, and so I see a lot of those person. So I'm quite happy doing on my own most of the time, but it's much more important for them that I talk, so because it's bad for me. So I'm sitting doing nothing is not good for me. Even though I'm quite happy, it's important that I do it.
Absolutely.
Sure, what else I can say?
Yeah,
that's perfect, Julian. Thank you. Like you said, different people like different amounts of as well. I'm quite happy to do a puzzle in my own time as well and be by myself. But like you said, it's good to have a nice balance and see your friends or your wife's friends as well.
I suppose I would always have said after my stroke, before that, I was quite happy really working on my own. I'm quite happy on my own, not being sociable. Sometimes I'm quite happy doing things on my own.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, but it is good for me. Yeah, so it's very good that I do have social talk with other people. And I go with walking with other people, apart from just my wife and that.
That's great. That's really great. And thank you for sharing about the impact with your children as well. It's useful for our listeners to hear about that. Thank you. And Filomena, finally with you, what's the emotional impact of your aphasia with your relationships with your friends and family?
Yes, my family. I didn't spoke very much for about a year, and they some words I say in various languages. They got the phone translate. What your mother, my son-in-law, what your mother wants to say is this. And now I don't do that anymore, just for a few words in French. But the impact of my relationship with my daughters, my family, it was quite tricky at the beginning, because I was very capable. I was very organized, and they thought I'm like this after the stroke. I am not. And they can't. They talk to me. It's too much. I don't understand. And now we reached a point where they talk to me, each person at a time. They, my speech therapist got a list for them, ask small questions and wait for an answer. And please don't interrupt me to say something else, because my brain doesn't do it. And don't time to help me to finish my sentences. And that's a huge process to be able. My children are very loving, and it's amazing what now we have conversations, and they are always aware that um, uh, um, of my difficulties,
Mhm.
and I am aware of their difficulties.
That's so lovely to hear that the speech and language therapist gave that support to your family and gave them that prompt, because it sounds like it's made such a huge difference. And
Yes,
so nice to hear that they've also taken it all on board and have really tried to help you with that.
yes, and my friends, some friends, um, uh, some friends, they do understand, and I talk to them on the phone,
Mhm.
and I talk to a friend for an hour at least.
Mhm.
And we laughed. Uh, uh, yes, and but the carers, I have difficulty, and uh, I um, I have to train the carers to speak to me is necessary. I got a carer because she speaks so much that is makes me anxious, and I can't answer. I can't answer.
No, I can
Is
imagine.
is anxious because I can't understand. I can't answer. That now that I have carers who are okay. Yes,
Mhm.
and uh, they um, are aware that I need to speak where was the wing things, oh, the face first, blah blah, and I told them, but um, I need to in my brain. I need to I need to speak. Uh, 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 Not telling me them what they need to do, but I need to speak for my reassurance.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
Absolutely.
yeah, and it's very difficult. Yeah, is the relationship with my carers is very difficult,
Mhm.
and to my friends is okay, to my family is yes, I'm over the moon.
Mhm.
And um, I do now um, reach a point where I can discuss politics. I
Oh
can
wow.
discuss my opinions in art, everything. Uh, yes,
That's amazing. Also, you do much better than me. I wouldn't be able to express my opinions with politics. So, but no, that's really lovely to hear. Thank you, Filomena. And it's interesting how it's good with the people that are close to you, but it's so important also about training and informing others about how they can support you and help you communicate, because a carer is so important in your daily life, isn't it?
yes,
Must have been a
yes,
challenge. Yeah. Thank
yes.
you so much.
So obviously you're all part of Discover. So for our last question, we'd love to ask you all, how has Discover helped you? Tim, shall we start with you?
Discover. It's the number one thing is discover.
Amazing.
It's does everything for me, and it really does. It makes it easier to get, to talk. And I suppose that's that I used to be pretty bad about talking, because I would normally listen for other people as opposed to talk about myself.
Yeah.
But now I'm the opposite, and I really love talking to anybody, literally.
Oh,
I will go out and start walking around, and if there's anybody there,
yeah.
just literally talk to them and say, hi, I'm Tim, and whatever.
Oh, I love that.
And I was trying to remember a phrase, and I've sort of remembered now. It's called verbal diarrhea, which is great for me, because that says exactly what I want to have every and I would love to come to Dyscover every day.
Oh,
And it's I think, and the people are just so nice,
yeah.
Yeah, no, and it's really great. But the to be able to just talk is, yeah, it's the most thing that I can, that's the most thing, I don't know, but
Most important thing.
the most important thing, there you go. And yeah, just to talk about everything.
It's incredible to hear
Yeah.
the impact that Dyscover has had on your conversations. Thank you for sharing that. And Julian, how has Dyscover helped you?
Well, we always go to that place, company. I can't say it first, but that company.
Kingston, do you mean?
Yes.
To the group? Yeah.
I go there on Tuesday, and sometimes it's quite a long way for me. I have to drive. It's quite a long drive, and sometimes I think I can't bother. It's just it's too. I'd rather, because I have to go at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I have to get quickly and have my breakfast and that. And I think I don't really want to do it, but when I get there, I always enjoy it. And Janet always says that when I get back from here, I'm happy. So it works very well, and so it is great. And it's really because I've had the same people I've worked for a long time, and it's just very good for them. So it's not just one group that goes a long time for. It's continuous every month, and it is very, very good. But the group that I go to on Tuesday, sometimes I don't want to go on. It's cold, it's wet, but actually it's great. And I find all these people that I know and have been worked for 6 months, 10 years, no longer than that, whatever it is, the number. But a long time I've been doing that group and have found it really, really helpful. And it's great.
That's so lovely that you've been able to work with the same people for such a long time. It must be so important to have those relationships and to really get to know them and for them to know you.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you. And finally, Filomena, how has Dyscover helped you?
Yes, I didn't know until the summer of 93. No, the summer of 2000 and 2000 and 23, and my daughter went to a pottery class, and she heard about this dysphagia, the discovery, and she told me immediately, and I rang them, and because the person, so what my mom is dysphagia from the stroke, and it says, oh, I know this discovery. And since then I discovered that they value every member of the team. They give equal possibility of expressing themselves, and is important to me. And I feel I have a meeting on Zoom, and I look forward to talk with my peers, the people who understand me.
Yeah.
Without having to explain myself.
Yeah, that's so lovely.
Is very important.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So important to just be able to come and to not have to explain yourself, as you say, and to just come as you are, and to just be with a group of people.
Yeah, yes.
Dyscover sounds like it's just had such a huge impact on all three of your lives. It's so powerful and incredible to hear these stories.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tim, Julian, and Filomena. It's been lovely.
Thank you very much.
And we feel very grateful that you shared your stories with us. And yeah, thank you so much. I also want to say thank you to Caroline. I wish this podcast could be a video podcast, just so that we could see our listeners, because we've got a lot of student speech and language therapists who are listening, and I think they'd be really interested to see all the amazing support you've been giving throughout the episode.
It's been an absolute pleasure to be part of this.
Yeah, so thank you so much.
We hope you found this episode as insightful as we did.
If you enjoyed hearing from the Dyscover members, then make sure to listen to our next episode, where we interview Julian, Tim and Filomena again, along with their family members.
See you for the third and final episode with Dyscover.
Bye.